Hello everybody! Today I'm going to be showing you how I give my diabetic dog his insulin shots and hopefully to help any of you who are struggling with your injections. And let me also state, I am not a vet, I am not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. This is just what I do because I have a diabetic dog and I was just hoping to make this video to help all of you, but I am not a professional. First things first, you're going to want to wash your hands before you give an injection. Of course, I don't have a clip of it, but make sure you wash your hands. You don't want to inject with dirty hands. And then I take my dog's insulin. He's on Vetsulin. I know that different insulins, you have to shake it up certain ways, but Vetsulin has like little white stuff that collects at the bottom. So I shake it up very gently. I shake it back and forth, and then I kind of twirl it a little bit. I'm very, very gentle. This is honestly how I do it. Like, this is real time, not sped up, not slowed down. This is exactly how I do it. Just make sure to do a little bit of research on how you are supposed to shake up your insulin, if you're supposed to roll it or you're supposed to shake it. And also, different insulins have different syringes, so these are the ones that I use for Vetsulin. This is what my vet gave me. I will link those or describe them down below. I know that each one has different ones, so this one might not be yours, but my dog is on 17 units, and units are the lines in the syringe. So then I will take out the 17 units, make sure that the bottle is always cold, and make sure that you put it right back in the fridge when you are done using it. I can't stress this enough. It has to stay at a cool temperature. If not, it's completely ruined. Right now, I'm showing you the syringe, but usually we do this after he eats, but we feed him before we always give him his injection. They always need to eat first. Each food is different. Everything is different when it comes to diabetic dogs. There's homemade food, there's diabetic dog food. There's some people who never switch their dog food at all. So what I've always heard is that you need to find what works best for you. And I add water to my dog's food because they encourage water drinking, especially if they're in the high range, which my dog is, and that makes it to where they don't get like keystones, or I don't know how to pronounce what it is, but I always encourage water. This is the dog food that he eats. It is WD. It's the Science Hills prescription diet. This one my dog loves, but there's also Royal Canine and there's many others. So you go ahead and look, see what works better for you. Some dogs like it, some dogs don't. And I'm going to show you two parts to this. I'm going to show you how we inject when my husband is home and I have help. And then I'm going to show you how I inject when my husband isn't home and how I inject myself. This is what works for us. Like I said, if it doesn't work for you, you'll just have to find something that more fits your routine. But what we do is we bring him in right after he eats. We lay him down. My husband will grab a little bit more of his dog food and feed it to him while I inject him. Now, we inject into the shoulder. There's been many people who have told us to inject in the flank and in the scruff and all of those areas. There's many different areas, so look those up. There's a lot of them. And we usually do it in his shoulder because that's where we've gotten the best numbers. So you'll just have to find the spot that works better for you. But I pull the skin up just a little bit. I have to move his hair out of the way and try to get it to where it gets into the skin as best as I can. Be careful not to go straight through because I've done that before where I've gone through one side of his fur into the other and then I'm injecting solution all over my hand. No, I'm not sticking myself, but I am injecting all over my hand. So be sure to do it at a certain angle and yeah, just be a little bit careful with that one. And then what I do is I lay down and I pet him. I give him time to let it all absorb into his skin because we've had it before that we've injected him and he's walked around and then we fill his spot where we inject him at and then he has like a wet spot right there. So I don't know if it's the insulin that seeps out, but I always make sure to pet him just a little bit, maybe like 10 minutes, just so that it absorbs all the way into his skin. And Evie was jumping all over me. That's what you were seeing. And when I'm by myself, everything is pretty much the same. All I have to do is give him a little bit of dog food at the bottom of his bowl. I've already fed him at this point, and I add a little bit of water just to keep him kind of a little bit busy, a little bit longer. And then I just go to his shoulder again, and I inject while he's eating this. Like I said, it's always right after he's eaten, so he has his meal. And that's pretty much it. If you saw what I was doing earlier, my dog has gone completely blind. It is very common with diabetic dogs, so that's what I was doing. I was guiding him to his bowl, but that's about it. So I hope this gives you a bit of peace of mind. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions or anything, please leave them down below and I'll be sure to get to them. And thank you so much for watching.